The second thing that hit me this week was I watched a documentary on Scientology. And that's a fascinating thing. L. Ron Hubbard, the guy that started Dianetics, which is the basis of Scientology, was originally a science fiction writer. And as with all religious organisations, there is the book and there's the myth and there's the words, and when you believe it, and it's great. If you get into the depth of Dianetics and L. Ron Hubbard, to me there's a credibility issue when you get in there, but it works for some people. The thing about Scientology is it a religion, is it a cult, is it a science? It likes to see itself as a religion, but it makes the fatal mistake that all negative religions make, sorry guys, in that it has that sense of you've got to be in the club. If you're not in the club, you've had it. And that's a hugely, hugely negative thing. There are many, many people on the planet. There are many, many people who talk to God or talk to source energy, whatever you want to call that, in many, many ways. And Scientology is a gateway to that energy, as is Christianity, as is Islam, as is Judaism, as is Buddhism, as is Hinduism. They're all there. And once one group says, we're better than you, if you don't come this way, you've had it, we've lost it. One of the interesting things about Scientology is that Scientology relates in many ways to psychotherapy, in the sense that it identifies that all of us have this cupboard in which we hold negative issues that need to be cleaned out, they need to be cleared away. In the Scientology model, they would say that the baggage that's in the cupboard, the boxes of stuff, go back through many lifetimes, which is not dissimilar to lots of spiritualist kind of models of the way people are seen. But psychotherapy would say we're clearing the cupboard from this lifetime. It wouldn't identify previous lifetimes. One of the things about the way that Scientology works is that the people that are being cleared, having their cupboard cleaned out, are put through a process which it's not very user-friendly, in the sense that people are forced through things, people are forced to face things. And when you meet a clear, as I have done on many occasions, someone who has been cleared through Scientology, they are a bit strange. And they have a strangeness about them because they've been through this traumatic experience of having their cupboard cleared. And the only people I've ever met that have the same feeling are people that have been in long-term psychoanalysis. And in traditional psychoanalysis, you'd do 5-hour sessions every week for maybe 5 years. And at the end of it, something has happened to you. I don't always see that as a good thing. Sometimes I think that the nature of having issues in our cupboard is the subtleness that creates the difference between me and you and other people. It's the different sounds that resonate within us and create that sense of individuality. And clears, just like people that have been through analysis, have this sameness about them, which suggests to me that they've been processed through something. Anyway, the Scientologists documentary was on the BBC. You can catch it on the Watch Again service, which is good. Is all about the process of the church and how it works. And it doesn't present it in a very good light, and it's probably quite unfair. You've got people like Tom Cruise who are supporting it and saying what a powerful experience it has been for them. And for me, that's great. If something works for somebody, then I think that that's the basis of doing it. The documentary is very good. For me, it reminded me of the Moonies. When I went on my own journey, I got involved with a Moonie group, the Reverend Sung Young Moon. And there was the same feelings about it, the idea about you have to be in the group, and if you attempt to leave the group, there's a lot of penalties placed upon you and your family for leaving the group, which for me can never be positive. And that to me distinguishes something which is a positive, new age, forward-looking, spiritual, religious experience, as opposed to something which is reflecting all the old and the worst negativities of religious constraint, which end up in things like the Inquisition. Not good stuff at all. But fabulous documentary. Like I say, I've had an amazing week. Both of those things, it made me experience and re-experience life and look at where I am now. And it took me back to that feeling of realising the power of the journey and the power of realising that you never get to the end of the journey, that you keep going, Life is about learning. It's fabulous. I love it. You have a good week. I'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.